fan-made marketing for Black Panther, but you can kind of cross all that out and just call it my obsession with making fan art for Black Panther, okay? Let me introduce myself. I'm a multimedia artist, satellite engineer, father, husband. These are some of all my social media stuff. Here's some of the companies I've done some work for, done some consulting. This part is information we probably all know. This is as of like Wednesday, maybe almost got $700 million domestic.
It's still the #1 grossing superhero movie.
Thank you.
Domestic.
Thank you. Wakanda
Forever, man. Forever.
As you can see, I mean, look at the success of this, man. I mean, critically, financially, they knocked it out of the park. This is the thing that I was really kind of focusing on in terms of the fan-made stuff and just basically our people's response to it. Most tweeted movie ever. 35 million tweets dealing with Black Panther, anything surrounding it. You know, those are the hashtags: Black Panther forever, Wakanda forever, Wakanda. Favorite characters, most mentioned characters, of course, T'Challa, Shuri, and Killmonger. So this is probably the most popular tweet. K-Dot releasing the album. You're not gonna get any bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? But you know the second most tweeted thing about Black Panther was something that was done by some fan. Oh, if I can get it to play. Did I get it to play? Okay. So, right, we tried to get a 2-for-1 special Black Panther. Man, wasn't happening. But this is not something that came from the studio. This came from a responsible fan, you know, showing love. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of stuff like that happened as far as when this movie came out and as it unrolled, and then people responded to all of the stuff that was coming out with it. So yeah, this is coming from the heart of someone, you know, who's a fan who just wants to put it out there, and people responded to that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'm kind of highlighting with this presentation, was just how much of a response the fans gave back to what they were getting for this movie in terms of its meaning and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying that the best fan-generated content is a result of inspired and correct creative choices the entertainment company makes for a film or a TV series. And I like to say that creativity begets creativity. You know, it's a reflective relationship. One of the first things that they did that was great was casting my man Chadwick. I was a big fan of him before, but of course when they dropped it, he was going to be in, like, this is October 2014. Mm-hmm. So my response to that was, okay, so you're gonna bring Black Panther into the MCU, right? So I remember this sequence during Iron Man 1. They had a montage sequence where they were, you know, showing him on various magazine covers. I was like, they ought to do the same thing for Chadwick on, you know, in Black Panther. Well, of course, this is summer 2015. There ain't no Black Panther movie coming out. You're still like 3 years away from that. So I started doing some fan art. This was my response to you know, the casting Chadwick and kind of putting together like a same mock magazine campaign to reflect that. So basically, I mean, you see it right here, covering T'Challa, the Dora Milaje.
Oh, time out. You did that?
Yeah, that's me.
I saw that online back when it came out, yo.
Oh yeah, no.
The one on the right, oh my goodness, I remember that.
Yeah. So initially, I got a great response, you know what I'm saying? Because I think I kind of tapped into an undercurrent at that point in time, where it's just like, people really, you know, I don't think Marvel really understood how badly people wanted to see Black Panther, a Black Panther movie. So I started putting stuff out, and that just means start getting a whole bunch of love, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the stuff, you know, started going viral, but the one that really took off.
You signed the Wired magazine?
Yes.
You did that?
Yes.
You are the man.
Yeah.
I love that. I showed everybody that every time I had a chance.
Yeah.
The physicist, genius, inventor, ruler.
Oh yeah. Dude. And I credit the, you know, I got the picture of the photographer is Daniel Bergeron, and you know I took, you know, so anybody I took stuff out, you know, I give him credit on the picture, but you know, just in terms of the graphic design, the compositing, that was all my idea. Because this is how I wanted. I figured if you're gonna bring him in here, this is how I want it marketed to me. You know what I'm saying? This is the stuff I want you to make sure that you get right in the film. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where it kind of bore that initial series of magazine covers out. I've been doing graphic design for like 20 years, you know what I'm saying, or more. So I know I can put stuff out of print quality, you know what I'm saying. So when I start putting this stuff together, that's what I'm saying. People are like, "Yo, where can I buy this?" Right, exactly. But you know why that is, though, right? Why it took off. Aside from the subject matter, is that when I put it out on social media is the one good thing about it is that good thing and also bad thing is that it formats the information in a continuous stream. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so when you see something like this pop up in your time stream, because you'll see real reports or your pictures of your grandmother or whatever. Then you see a wire image come up, but it's in the same format as every other truthful thing that you've seen in your timeline. It gives you pause. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, is this actually real? You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing differentiating that from anything else in the stream. And so, this is part of a what I like to call world building. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can use social media and that kind of stuff to kind of do world building with whatever property you have. This picture literally took me, I want to say, when I dropped for at least 24 hours, it was just notifications of either being shared, comments, whatever, man. It was ridiculous. And it got shared all across platforms, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I showed everybody that.
Thank you, man. No, I was just flabbergasted just by how far it went.
Before Civil War ever came out.
Exactly.
I was already showing. I was like, yo, the fans are going crazy. Look how real this is. I was like, this is real. This is real. No, it's not real, but this is real.
Right. Nice. No, I appreciate that, man. And so, but see that kind of stuff that you tap into. You know what I'm saying? That's how I knew. This when they do put this movie out, if they do it right, it's going to be huge. You know what I'm saying? And so, when I initially put this out, I found there's this site, We Are Wakanda. This person had kind of put together like a little fan site that kind of gained some traction. I started building a relationship with him, and he put it out on his timeline. And he had at that point in time he had maybe 5,000 followers. And that's where it just kind of he just kicked it out there. So it just traveled from Twitter to Tumblr to Facebook to Instagram. I mean, it just went all over the place. So some of the feedback that I was getting, look at that. Even the bird name, right? When I started getting notifications like that, yeah. Man, you couldn't tell me nothing. Man. That's when I knew. I was like, and this is before they said they got Coogler, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, maybe I might be able to get a chance to work on this show. When they announced that they were gonna have do the movie, I had this dream that I was in the creative team, helping out. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna be in there, right? But
she was in the running.
She was in the running for a while, but they ultimately went with Coogler, which was obviously a great decision. I think either one of them would have made a. I would have wanted to see a movie done by either one of them on take on this. But yeah, I got responses like that from. And like I said, I was just geeking out, and even to this day, her Twitter account still follows mine. So,
by any chance, did you ever get anything from Disney or somebody saying
no? No, we can go into, and there's a couple reasons why I don't think that happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'll talk about that in a second. Let me just kind of roll through this. So from there, also too, I got picked up by Polygon. There's a writer, Ben Kuchera. He reached out to me. It was like, yo, he's like, I don't know anything about Black Panther, but he's like, your covers make me want to, maybe understand a little bit more about the character. So he did a spread for me, and that got kicked out to Collider, Yahoo News. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, it was just hook. So, at that point, I was like, okay, so y'all like this stuff? Well, I got some more ideas. And then,
Yoda, you put that out before she got cast?
Yes. Oh, it gets better than that. Let me keep going. So, and then also too, I have my man you speaking at the UN. This is all, like I said, this is all July 2015 when I kicked a lot of this stuff that you see out. You know what I'm saying? The boy got his own money.
Yeah, that's I need a copy of that.
Oh, and then of course this is one of my favorites too. So one of the things I like to do as far as the social media is concerned is that I also like to take real world happenings and merge them with fictional stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I say in terms of building world building. So this was probably around August of 2015, and not Wakanda, but Obama had just started doing a tour of Africa. And so I give you an idea, I was like, well, do a stop in Wakanda. So I just started mocking up stuff of what that would look like if he, if you had T'Challa meeting with Obama. And yeah, so, this is something like I said, I mocked up, but fast forward to a year later, you got Chadwick Boseman actually meeting with Obama, you know what I'm saying? And so, I started seeing stuff like this, I'm like, okay, I think I'm on the right track. So
Suit color the same?
yeah, that's the part that was freaking me out, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, this is my superpower of visualization, apparently. And it didn't stop there, so you saw the time cover, right? Yeah, I was like, okay, I've seen this before. That's mine on the left. That's time. I think it was earlier this year. You know what I'm saying? And so, and one of my, friends wanted to like, yo, you basically spoke this into existence. I was like, I guess I did, but I mean, it's well deserved, man. I mean, he knocked that character out the park, man. They created helped create $1 billion franchise, man. Oh yeah, so yeah. That was, and then when you start seeing stuff like this, I'm like, okay, yeah. I think I was on the right track here. I mean, maybe she wasn't storm, but still. Oh yeah, the UN thing too. That was like I said, on the left was from 2015. Right was from from the movie. Of course, once he announced the cash, everybody went bananas, and so that started that hashtag Black Panther so lit. So that kind of just anytime anyone post something up, Black Panther so lit. Guys dressing in regal as royalty, walking up in the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? We, like I said, when they kicked that stuff and it was right, we responded in kind with some. That's why I say I call it fan-made marketing, but that stuff they couldn't sit in a room and like generate. You know what I'm saying? That has to come from the people's response to whatever they're putting out. And so like that, the hashtag Black Panther so lit that also went viral too. That hashtag was actually developed by a young black woman that I got to know. And that hashtag went viral 2 years before anything. And so like this is a quote from an article that said from Color Web Mag. She was just saying that the hashtag shows how large underserved audience for non-white superheroes and non-white leads in general. I mean, that just kind of sums it up right there in terms of our response to this movie. So that's the young lady right here. She goes under BP So Lit now. You see her with Ruth Carter and Reginald Hudlin at UCLA Geek Week last week. And so, but I think she kind of knocked it out of the park with that hashtag and just the purpose of it. Just saying, we're black, we're full of vitality, we're beautiful, intelligent, innovative, we're kings and queens, and this is something to help show that. And then this was a couple of some designs I did. So, moving on, other great decisions they made was get this man Dayton Moore. He's the guy that really kind of got the ball rolling as far as Black Panther was concerned, getting it in Marvel's wheelhouse, getting it up to speed and running. Also, he was responsible for getting Falcon in the universe as well. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that said, hey, you need somebody to match up with Captain America. So he was, he's been an advocate for getting these diverse characters on screen. And of course, picking up my man Coogler, I mean, was a genius move. And then it was just a cascade effect of getting the best talent. Ruth Carr with costume design, production designer, and a big clip. I focus on them just because I'm a visual person. I just love the visuals of this movie and the stuff they were picking out. And so part of that response to that. I started, and then also too, I think, Dorian Fletcher, she's actually here selling her stuff. She created like all the jewelry that you see, like Dora Milaje, just all this stuff. I mean, it's they just did such a wonderful job of creating the visual looks for this, man. It's just, so our reflective response for that, for a couple things. I know for myself, like I said, this is part of this presentation, as you can see my obsession with this. So when, I guess like last year, it was like last year, when Dorian put out her line, her signature line, you know, she put, you know, some Wakanda in there, which means Wakanda forever. So from that, I was like, I think I can translate the alphabet now. So I spent a bunch of hours translating the movie version of Wakanda alphabet. But not only that, I would harass Hannah Beckler with the Wakanda that I was spitting at. And so she would, so you can't really see here, but you know, she said, so on this one I think it says like Merry Christmas. I found like, I was able to translate like 20 letters. I only need like 8 more. And I'm crying because I can't figure out, I don't have enough information to figure out the rest. And she's just like, oh, that's funny, Merry Christmas. And then once I finally got most of it, you know, I'm like, here, you know, I think I got it, Wakanda forever. She's like, yep. She's like, Wakanda forever, my friend. It seems that you're almost done. You know, so that kind of response, you know, getting that kind of response, and then them giving a response in turn, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, okay, that just kept fueling the fire of me doing some fan art. So I was like, let me keep going. So I did this cover earlier this year. Ruth Carter came to DC a couple months back because she was, you know, when they were part of their promotion tour for that, she was giving the talk. So I got a chance to meet her, and I showed her this, what I did, because I was just saying, like, this is the response that your creativity has caused me to do. And she was like, yo, you did that? And I was like, yeah. She was like, yo, she's like, when I saw that, she said, when I saw that come across, she's like, my friends were beating down my phone saying, you gotta look at, you're on the cover of Vogue, you're on the cover of Vogue. I was like, not really, but this is the kind of thing too, like, her stuff should be, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I think will be on the cover of Vogue. So, you know, just, you know, I'm holding off to see whether that's actually going to happen, but, you know, I got a chance to, you know, I got a chance for her to sign some of my work, and just, she showed some appreciation, just some mutual appreciation for just doing something like that. So, you know, like I said, I'm out of this world, man, with the response that you know, that we're giving and getting from the creators and that kind of stuff. So then going forward from that, I mean, you know, one of the things that when they introduced the character, I mean, they gave him a dope ass suit. You know what I'm saying? They really were like, yo, we're gonna come out, we're gonna step out and give him some nice threads. And the same thing, you know, and even with this movie too, and also with the Dora Milaje. So, you know, our response, and I wasn't here earlier to see maybe if there have been some cosplayers, but I mean, you can just see, like, you can go online and see just all the dope cosplay that's come out of this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's literally amazing what we can do. And then of course for the kids, you know what I'm saying? This is probably one of my favorite shots that has come out of all this. So then of course, you know, fan art too is another thing. Marcus the Visual, he's here. I'm a big fan of his work. I mean, he did a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of fan art surrounding that. So yeah, like I said, he's here. I'm gonna try to come back tomorrow and check him out. And then I know he's got a good property out there called Tuskegee Airs that I'm really digging as well. And then this guy Dietrich Maddox, he's out of Atlanta. Like towards the end of the you know, or when the movie was coming out, he did a string of posters that were just absolutely gorgeous, man. I mean, and like I said, this is not studio stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is people who have real love and understanding of the character putting stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And so, but this is also what I know we would like to see. You know what I'm saying? Not really always the standard type of stuff, but stuff that really taps into stuff that maybe the studio can't really do. So, I guess I can bore you with some of the rest of my stuff. The rest of the stuff is all pretty much all me. But I was just, like I said, I was just basically doing a lot of fan art that does a lot of world building, and yeah, more covers, more posters. I was trying to do like a.
I think I've seen that time one though.
Oh,
Is that
this
the real one?
No,
Oh, that was
none
you?
of this is all me. Like I said, I have no life other than creating fan art for Black Panther, apparently. But I was trying to, they were saying this story was going to be kind of like Godfather. I tried to do like a poster that kind of resembled that. Multiple designs.
Oh, I see that on the shirt.
Yeah, I did that. The design.
Definitely see that on the shirt.
That too. Wakanda Forever. And so one of the things you're
Winter Soldier.
yeah. I was having fun. I mean, he was in Uganda. I mean, hey, they put him back in the shirt, put him back together, gave him an arm, you know what I'm saying? At least he could do is give us some. Oh, this is my ultimate hope, you know what I'm saying? Based on a successful plan. I hope they come, not just a ride, I want to see a whole damn land. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna take a while.
That's gonna take a while.
It took Harry Potter a minute to
Yeah,
get
that's
there.
true, that's
And
true.
Harry Potter's got a big fan base.
Yeah.
The thing is, when all the other superheroes came out, they had stuff at like McDonald's and Burger King.
Mhm.
They had all their toys. Black Panther didn't have all of that.
See, I think they underestimated it. Like, even with, I think after they got the movie, they still didn't really like fully understand like what they had. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're like, yeah, this is good, this one's good. I don't think they were like, okay, we're gonna fully step into this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something too is like you see like the toys. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them toys like I couldn't find anywhere. Once they got on the shelf, like they were gone. And it's like, they could have went a lot further. But I think they were, they were also they're probably just a little, reserved in terms of make sure that they don't, go over. I just don't think they fully understood.
Oh, they do now.
Oh, they do now.
Yeah, they're releasing a second series of the Black Panther toys. They're
Yeah.
coming out again.
Okay. See, now you understand. It's like, okay, yeah, this money in this, and hopefully, because my thing is like this. Like last Christmas, like they didn't release the toys until like January of this year. And I'm like, yo, come on. Y'all, that should have been a done deal. November, y'all should have dropped
like
them
you
joints.
said, they weren't sure whether people were going to buy it.
Right.
So they had to hold up. You need that to get printed.
Right. That's what you say?
I need that one.
Um,
I'm just trying to go to the airport and exchange it.
You'll buy the whole damn airport, man, okay? And then, yeah, these are the other covers. This one, I got, on Twitter alone, I got like 500,000 impressions just off of that joint alone. Yeah. And, and some feedback from Letitia Wright as well. I didn't have the tweet, but she had liked it and said a little blurb about it as well. So and this was just some other, posters that I made up. This was, like I said, this is how far sometimes things can go. So summer last year, I had a new Twitter follower. President of Marketing, Walt Disney Studios. Yeah. But he didn't hit me up to do no work. That's what I'm saying. Like I know they watch. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'll maybe I can turn that into something in the future. I mean, he's not following me now, but I know for a good 3-month stretch of time, he was there. You know what I'm saying? He at least picked up something from the timeline. So, but at the same time, I still got some love from the king himself. He shared one of his on his timeline. Oh, and then also too, I guess I got some love from this is Ryan Penegos. He's currently the vice president of Marvel New Media. And so when I dropped those covers, he was like, yo, he's like, I almost had to email the studio to make sure that this cover was legit. And so he gave me some props on that kind of stuff. No work though, but we're working to that. But at least I can go in to these people and say, hey, yo, I got proof that you at least like my work anyways. But then lastly, when we talk about fan base stuff, the Black Panther challenge was something that was remarkable. Fred Joseph, this gentleman right here, he actually got awarded the Humanitarian Year Award at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, for his work in terms of encouraging people to basically buy out theaters, buy tickets to get the young folks to go see this film because it meant that much. You know? Yeah, and he raised almost $1 million. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, that went to Disney, but you know that. You know, this kind of stuff, we can get this kind of stuff, you know, for this, we can come together for our own stuff, you know what I'm saying? So now's the time let's start turning that to our own creators and start putting money in their pockets, selling out theaters and that kind of stuff. So, because Black Heroes Matter, shout out to you, Race, and the whole movement. And so these are some of our Wakanda warriors, future Wakanda warriors, and this is my big Wakanda warrior over here. So, like things I learned from the fan art, and it says pay attention to the things that resonate with the core audience. And these are things sometimes the company won't promote or can't promote for various reasons. I take advantage of social media's formatting to help promote the fan art. Experiment with new media. If I had time, I would show you my VR of the throne room that I did. Like I said, if you want to hang around, I can show you that. Connect. This also, connect with influencers whose audience support the media property that you're focusing on your fan art. Get analytics. Find out who's hitting your site, because you can hopefully build that into. Let's say if my dream is to work with Marvel Studios at one point in time, because I can kind of get a platform and say, if I do get a window to meet with somebody, and say, hey, look, this is what I've done. I can do this. So those are just a couple things that I learned, and that's my presentation. So if you got any questions.